2,977 people perished on September 11, 2001. 2,403 people perished on December 7, 1941 in the attack on Pearl Harbor. And actually 4 patriots died at the Capitol building on January 6, 2021.
41. Just before 8 a.m., the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor and decimated the American fleet. I would know a lot about this because my grandfather happened to be there. He caught shrapnel, but before that, he watched his best friend take a bullet through his chest and die. They tried to say my grandfather was crazy because his best friend turned around and said, "They got me, Joe." Now, I think that says a lot about the human spirit, but people doubt the human spirit and the power of the human spirit. But this isn't about that. This is about some ill comparisons made here recently when people said January the 6th was like a Pearl Harbor. That's an insult. It's an insult and it's ridiculous, and there's nothing they can say that would make January 6th anything like Pearl Harbor. And then some said it was like 9/11, you know, and I'd like to draw some attention to some of this because I want to make some comparisons here real quick. And you know what I heard, that it was truly disgusting. Truly disgusting. There's nothing about Pearl Harbor that compared to January the 6th. There wasn't even a weapon there. The only person who got shot was a patriot named Ashley Babbitt. And maybe I think she followed the wrong people in there. I wouldn't be surprised if they were Antifa or BLM thugs or one of those FBI antagonists like Ray Epps, for instance. Why isn't he in jail? I think these people need to be released from jail like today, because what they did to those people is ridiculous. And then comparing it to 9/11, again, nowhere near 9/11. That wasn't nothing close to 9/11. 2,977 people died on 9/11. You know, it changed America forever. That's nothing like what happened on January the 6th. And I want to go a little further and make some comparisons here, because now you look at the people on January the 6th. Do you see smoke? Do you see fire? Do you see weapons? Do you see anything? Do you see anything like that? No? And maybe some of the crowd that got rowdy, again, I believe they were antagonists, maybe Antifa or maybe BLM. I think that guy right there with the horns is supposed to be an Antifa member. Now, where do you see guns? Where do you see smoke? Where do you see fire? No, I didn't see any. This whole thing is a sham, and America should be ashamed of itself for allowing this to go on. And the people in power in Washington, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Adam Schiff, all those people, they should be on charges. They should have charges brought up against them. Because what happened on January 6th was nothing like Pearl Harbor or 9/11. And anybody who says that, how about this? How about the riots? Here you go. You want a comparison? Now here's your riots. You say we're mostly peaceful. Now that's more like Pearl Harbor, isn't it? Now you make the comparison. More like Pearl Harbor, huh? I see fire. I see weapons. I see destruction. You didn't see that on January the 6th. That whole thing is a lie. It's a sham. And those people in power in Washington should be ashamed of themselves. They're disgusting, despicable people. They should be ashamed. Now here's a guy throwing a Molotov, one of their Antifa thugs, you know? BLM, here's another one, you know? These people destroyed billions of dollars in property, and you had nothing to say about it. Nothing. Burned down a police station. Tried to burn down a courthouse. You want to compare January 6th to that? You want to make a real comparison? Well, you know what? I'll make a real comparison here. And I'll show you what a real comparison is, okay? You want to see a real comparison? Your riots and stuff? Yeah, here's more riots. So you know what I'm talking about? You see what I'm saying? There's no comparison to January the 6th. Here's your riots. You know, more of your riots, okay? Here's Pearl Harbor. Your riots, Pearl Harbor, okay? January 6th. You see any comparison there? You see any comparison? Here we go again. Your riots. Your riots. Pearl Harbor. It's despicable. January 6th. Huh? Do you see smoke? Do you see fire? Do you see weapons? No? Here's your riots again. Here's Pearl Harbor. Now, some of those clips were actually real scenes from Pearl Harbor, and some were borrowed from movies, but it makes the point. Here's January 6th. Do you see smoke? Fire? No. But you did in your riots, and you had nothing to say about it. You're despicable, disgusting human beings. You should all be brought up on charges, and keeping those people in jail, I hope you're all sued. Here's Pearl Harbor. You know, that's a real photo from Pearl Harbor. And this is the damage after Pearl Harbor. You call January 6th anything close to that? Huh? Anything close? No? You'll compare something to my grandfather was injured in. My grandfather got a Purple Heart. Here's the aftermath of 9/11, you know? You want to talk about comparisons? You're disgusting. Anybody on the left who thinks there's a comparison, I have yet to see a single weapon that was confiscated other than some bomb that somebody said was planted. We never saw it. We never saw anyone arrested, and they never found anyone. Innocent people who followed the police in, and we know it, we have the film, walked into the Capitol building, and you know what? They were led by people, and there was people antagonizing. You can't compare Pearl Harbor to January 6th. There's no comparison. There's really no comparison between 9/11 and Pearl Harbor for the amount of damage. But your little riots, they compare more to Pearl Harbor. And when you consider all the damage that was done all over the United States, it's more comparable to Pearl Harbor.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.